Did you know that there's a very simple language of short words that can transform how you make music? If you've ever seen The Sound of Music, then you've witnessed how a nanny taught a whole family to sing. All that do-re-meing is called solfège, and it wasn't made up just for the movie.
So, you think you know solfège?
But what exactly is solfège? Where did it come from, and why is it so powerful?
Get this!
A command of solfège can transform the way you experience and create music, even if you're a seasoned musician, and especially if you're just starting out. This is Hans from TuneIndigo.com. Let's start at the very beginning.
Sticky?
If you have ever struggled to remember how a song goes, you've felt how slippery music can be. Sometimes it's there, crystal clear in your mind, and sometimes it's not.
Get this!
You want your music to be sticky, to be glued to your mind, body, and soul. You can play, sing, and create it more easily when it's really stuck to your mind. And solfège is an excellent adhesive. But what is it? Also known as solfa, tonic solfa, or even solfa syllables, solfège is a powerful tool for musicians. You might know that solfège is a system where each note in the scale is assigned a specific syllable. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. You might also know that master musicians use it to train their ears and improve their musical imaginations. But did you know that when you associate each scale tone with a consistent syllable, over time you develop a rich network of connections in your brain? And that matrix of tone syllables strengthens your command of melody, harmony, imagination, and memorization. When you sing in solfège, even music you are playing on an instrument, you focus your attention on how the notes within a key relate to each other. You focus on the sound of music over all the other things competing for your attention. And by doing this, your music stays connected with its natural sources, sound and feeling. Not notes on a page or keys on an instrument, sound and feeling.
What's it called? Shellfish?
But what is solfège? Do you find the idea of solfa syllables so basic that you don't even grant them merit? Or are you scared that singing in solfège will make you think more than you want to? Cast those doubts aside, because solfège could change your life.
Get this!
Solfège is a musical language of one-syllable words, each one corresponding to a note in the scale. Solfège provides a master key for understanding both melodic and harmonic relationships in music. There is a syllable for each tone in the major scale, 1 through 7, and syllables for each of the chromatic tones as well. This allows us to use solfège in minor keys and interesting modes. It enables us to play simple melodies all the way to complex harmonies. Every time you sing a given note, you sing the corresponding solfa syllable. Consistently doing this associates the syllable with the sound in the scale. Over time, you'll find yourself able to quickly recognize each tone. How do you know what note that was? People will ask you. It just sounds like fa, you'll casually reply. And you are recognizing them relative to each other, which gives this system its power. You already hear music as a flow of tones relative to each other. That's how you can recognize a tune, even if you are hearing it in a different key than what you were used to. Singing in solfa syllables helps you remember how music sounds in detail, regardless of what the specific pitches are, or where you would have to put your fingers on the instrument. It's not muscle memory. It's regardless of if you can read music. And solfège allows you to describe and communicate what you are hearing in a musical way. You can pop in and out of singing and talking, and that keeps your mind close to the sound of your music. This clarifies your mental musical picture and makes it easier to play in different keys, because your understanding of your music is rooted in music, sound, not notes on a page, not ideas, not places where your fingers go. Your understanding of the music you make is connected to your senses, and the true source of music, sound. The sound of music.
Where did solfège come from?
How did solfège get here? Whose idea was it to give a word to each note in the scale? Did it come from the Sound of Music movie? Did it come from Beethoven? What about scientists?
Get this!
Solfège was created by a monk in this monastery back in the Middle Ages. In 11th century Italy, a monk named Guido d'Arezzo developed the earliest form of solfège to help his fellow worshippers learn hymns faster. He claimed that his system made music easier to learn in 6 hours than it was before in 6 days. His secret sauce was a hymn for St. John the Baptist, taking the first syllable of each phrase to create ut, re, mi, fa, sol, and la. Over time, ut became do and ti was added to complete the scale. Guido also invented a kinesthetic mnemonic device where each note of the scale is associated with a part of the hand. These tools work together to help singers memorize melodies. And you can draw a straight line from Guido d'Arezzo to the Maria von Trapp character in The Sound of Music, creating musical mnemonics that accelerate musical learning. A command of solfège, along with mastery of major and minor scales, allows you to look at unfamiliar music and imagine it in your mind. That's a musician's superpower that unlocks an ease that you can radiate through all your music-making efforts. The beauty of solfège lies in how it empowers you to imagine the sound of music, and you can do it without reference to an instrument, and you can do it without reading music on the staff. It requires zero financial investment, you always have your voice with you, and it's like having a secret language for understanding what you hear. Remember to like and subscribe on your way to dropping a question or comment below. Let's keep the conversation going. And while you're at it, click over to tuneindigo.com for courses and resources to help you play by ear better.